ASMR video. Welcome back. We are once again, I guess, doing something uplifting today. If you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know that I love to periodically read only good news. I think the news cycle and just news outlets in general are really, really bad for our mental health. I don't think anyone can disagree with that. It's basically just, a barrage, like a constant barrage of just awful stuff. Like the good news, I guess, just doesn't sell as many newspapers or like as many ads, I suppose. So it's mostly just like really negative stuff that gets like bounced around everywhere, and that's all we're exposed to, like the vast majority of the time. So to kind of counteract that, I like to periodically just read like really uplifting and nice news that's gonna cheer us up. And actually, I think today, even though I started whispering, I think today we're gonna do some soft speaking, because I don't do a lot of that, but I know lots of people like it. And even though I really don't like my voice, I've had people tell me that they like my soft speaking. So I guess we're gonna try and do some of that today, shall we? Let's get started with the first bits of happy news for the day. So, Australia announces zero extinction target. The ambitious goal announced by the federal government is part of a 10-year plan to improve the situation of 110 species and 20 regions and protect an additional 50 million hectares of land and sea area by 2027. It's very good. Everyone should do that, to be honest. FDA to end absurd definition of healthy. Last week, the US Food and Drug Administration proposed a revision to the current definition of healthy on food packaging. Right now, salmon, nuts, avocados, olive oil, or even water are not eligible for the label. What? Okay, that's yeah, that sounds a bit absurd, I agree. Turkey's greenest soccer stadium. Turkish football club Galatasaray boasts a solar-powered stadium that saves the equivalent energy use of 2,000 houses and cuts down 3,250 tons of carbon per year. The club started saving money 2 weeks after its installation. Very good. Quality Street ditches plastic wrappers. After 86 years of iconic multicolored packaging, Quality Street will become a little bit more green as Nestle swaps its foil and plastic wrappers for recyclable wax papers, saving 2 billion wrappers a year from landfill. Yeah, I mean, this is good, but Nestle remains a piece of shit company. Sorry for my French, pardon my French, but they're a shit company. Don't buy anything from Nestle, they're awful. Just like read up on it, it's absolutely disgusting what they do. They're a bunch of psychopaths. So just like, yeah. Scientists successfully crossbreed coral colonies. Coral researchers collected eggs and sperm from the endangered Elkhorn coral populations that would not have mixed in the wild and crossbred them in a lab, boosting genetic diversity that might rescue Florida's dwindling coral ecosystem. That's good. I mean, you should probably just like stop killing them, but it's kind of like a good start, I suppose. Adaptive cutlery for different disabilities. Australian studio Hop Design has created a cutlery set that offers maximum accessibility with beautiful design. The 3D printed collection can be tailored to people with different levels of hand strength, agility and control. I will show you, but my current setup is very, very kind of like unstable, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna make a terrible noise if I move anything. But yeah, they're called Studio Hop, like hopping, like a frog hops, if you're interested. Moving on. India expands abortion rights to all women. Last week, India's Supreme Court ruled that all women, without discrimination between married, unmarried, separated or divorced, have the legal right to abort a pregnancy at any time up to 24 weeks. Thank God. That's good. That's very good. Electric plane Alice takes first test flight. Alice's first test flight marked yet another milestone toward zero-carbon commercial aviation. If the aircraft is certified, it could carry passengers and cargo on short-haul flights as early as 2027. That would be really good. I mean, I assume it's short-haul, but that would still be amazing. Imagine like how much less oil we would be burning if we had just like electric airplanes. Although I wonder about like the impact of making batteries and stuff, because making electric batteries is very, obviously it's very polluting in a number of ways, and I assume like the batteries that are required for like a plane to fly must be huge. But it's still good, it's a step in the right direction. LA restricts water flow to celebrity mansions. After realizing that too many rich people don't seem to feel the need to comply with rules, local authorities have turned to a simple solution to stop water from reaching the chronically wasteful wealthy: a flow restrictor. That's very good. Screw them, to be honest. Like, they just don't care, do they? Ultra-sensitive biosensor detects brain tumors. Researchers have developed a device that requires no more than a minute blood sample, than a minute blood sample, to precisely diagnose brain cancer, with accuracy and detail currently only achieved by painfully invasive biopsies. Oh, that's amazing. It's actually amazing. I love hearing more about like medical technology. I know very little about, well, everything really, medicine or technology, but it's still really, really cool to hear about all these innovations. Makes you feel a bit like less bad about everything. EPA doubles funding for electric school buses. An overwhelming demand from school districts across all 50 US states to have their old, dirty diesel buses replaced with electric vehicles has led to the EPA nearly doubling the funding allocated to the Clean School Bus program. It's pretty good. I mean, it's probably not a lot of money, but Napo Tigre people get legal recognition. In a legal step crucial to demarcate an indigenous reserve and assign precious lands to their rightful owners, isolated Napo Tigre indigenous people from the Peruvian Amazon have had their existence officially recognized. Yeah, that's also really good. Love hormone can heal damaged hearts. Oxytocin is well known for its positive effects on mental well-being and social connections. New research found another incredible function. It is capable of activating a repair mechanism in injured hearts. Wow, that's pretty incredible. It's the kind of things that you just you say as a, I don't like people say this kind of stuff. And it's obviously nobody ever thinks that it's based on science. You'll say, you'll fall in love again and you'll be, you'll feel better or whatever. Turns out there's like a physical, scientific basis for that saying too. Quite interesting. Food banks cut carbon emissions. A study of the global food banking network has shown that the redistribution of surplus food has only fed roughly 39 million people to date. Keeping that same food from going to landfills cut 1.7 million tons of CO2. Yeah, I was actually thinking about this the other day. I was like, why is it not like mandated by law that any restaurants and any chains or whatever that would throw away food actually have to donate it? Or why don't we have like some sort of like government body that actually goes to these businesses and takes all their food and like redistributes it? Like, it's absolutely ridiculous that food waste is still a thing. It should not be a thing at all. Virgin Atlantic ungenders uniforms. The British airline, known for pioneering inclusivity, has changed its uniform policy. With new guidelines to be yourself, pilots, crew and ground staff are no longer required to wear gendered uniforms and are offered pronoun badges. And that's also very good. A swimming cap for more diversity. Adidas teamed up with Soul Cap to launch a swimming cap designed for people with afro or voluminous hair. The ban on the original Soul Cap at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics was heavily criticized and finally overturned beginning this month. Hundreds of dogs rescued from dogfighting. In the largest raid against dogfighting ever performed in South Carolina, over 300 dogs were rescued from being set up to fight for profit and entertainment. The dogs are receiving care and veterinary treatment. Nice. Cute doggos. Finnish startup spins infinite fibers. Infinited fiber has developed a complex, multi-step process in which discarded textiles are shredded to pulp and purified before being regenerated into a new quality fiber, offering circularity for the fashion industry. Yeah, that's very good. Like, fast fashion and like the fashion industry in general are like a bane on the planet. Oh, I like this girl. She's awesome. ISS gets first European female commander. Italian astronaut Samantha Cristoforetti also holds the record for a woman's most extended stay in space after spending 199 days in orbit, and was the first astronaut to brew espresso in space wearing a Star Trek suit. Yeah, she's pretty awesome. She's called like Astro Samantha, like Astro Samantha in Italian. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I would never have the courage to go to space. It sounds way too dangerous. And I mean, I also wouldn't have the the physical and scientific knowledge, like the physical prowess and scientific knowledge to go to space. But even if I had those things, I would not want to go. So well done her. That's pretty amazing. Denmark jerseys openly protest Qatar World Cup. The Danish national team shirts for the World Cup are making a clear statement to protest against the host Qatar's treatment of migrant workers and human rights. Tuned down colours with drawn sponsor logos and an all-black morning shirt. It's pretty good. I mean, it's good that they're standing up like this, but it feels like it's only gonna hurt them, or at least it's gonna hurt them more than it's hurting Qatar, sadly. I hope they succeed though. Spanish vultures released in Cyprus. With a long-term goal to replenish the dwindling indigenous vulture population on the East Mediterranean island, some 15 griffon vultures from Spain have been released into the wild. Their biggest threat is the use of poison bait. Right. Hopefully they manage to like repopulate. Colorado cancels highway funds transit. To align transportation investments with emissions reduction goals, the Colorado Department of Transportation scrapped a $100 million highway plan and shifted the funds to invest in public transit, pedestrian and biking infrastructure. That's good. That's really good. Like lucky them where my parents live back in northern Italy, they just keep building highways that like no one's using, and they just like keep destroying like landscapes and the countryside and hills and all that. And it's like no one's using these highways; they're just building them for nothing. I mean, just to give money to the people that are building them, basically. So this is good. Well done, Colorado. Indigenous Brazilians get on the ballot to push back against the ongoing violation of their rights, land and culture. A record 186 candidates who self-declare as indigenous are running for public office in the upcoming elections, up 40% from the 2018 elections. Very good. Yeah, I think people are like slowly, getting tired of being apathetic, which is good. There's like many more, like, I don't know, many more active people, I suppose. People that are like, taking a stand against stuff. Which is good. Oops, pardon me. Activists highlight airlines' climate impact. In a massive coordinated action across Europe, anonymous brandalism crews hijacked over 500 corporate advertising spaces, replacing the ads with artworks announcing the role of aviation industry advertising in the climate crisis. Yeah, good. See, yay for activists. Well done. Chemical recycling gives plastics eternal life. In a significant step toward the perpetual recycling of durable plastics, researchers at Colorado University have discovered how polymers can be chemically broken down into their essential molecules and rebuilt into the same materials. That's very good. I was just discussing this with my friend the other day. Like when I was a kid, in my brain, it was like it went without saying that like the stuff that we were throwing away was just gonna be reused. Like in my brain, like everything was sustainable. And then I found out about stuff going to landfill and like single-use plastics and all that stuff, and I was like, why was this ever allowed? Like if I ever played like a game, whether it's like an RPG or like city simulator, like, or anything like that, like I just go directly to sustainable sources of like energy or whatever it is, that like whatever resources you're using. Like I never even use like consumables in JRPGs or anything like that. So when I heard about like rubbish just going to landfill, I was shocked. I was like, who approved this? Like this should have been banned like from the beginning. Anyway, yeah, this is good. That maybe one day we'll be able to get rid of all the plastic. That will be amazing. Oh, this is really good too. Historic breakthrough in Alzheimer's research. Clinical trials of a new Alzheimer's drug found it could reduce the decline in memory and thinking in early-stage patients by 27%, offering hope for patients and their families desperate for an effective treatment. Yeah, that's really good. I really hope they manage to cure Alzheimer's. It's like one of the worst things that can possibly happen to like anybody. I think it must be awful. I don't even know if it would be. I always wonder about this. Like I don't even know if it would be worse for like someone that you care about to get it, or for you yourself to get it. Because like, at least if you get it, you kind of like don't know, I suppose. Oh, yeah. Like let's not think about that. Sorry. But yeah, it's really good. It's really good that they are making all these advancements in treatment. EPA launches Office of Environmental Justice. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency announced the formation of a new Office of Environmental Justice and External Civil Rights that will focus on solving environmental problems in underserved, low-income communities. Yeah, fingers crossed on that one. EasyJet shifts focus on cutting emissions. The the airline announced it would scrap its carbon offsetting scheme at the end of the year and instead aim to reach a 78% reduction of emissions through investments in sustainable aviation fuel and improvements in operating an aircraft. Yeah, okay. Fingers crossed on that one too. Latino superheroes are coming to Hollywood. Not everyone can identify with ultra-rich superheroes like Batman. A new generation of scripts and castings is paving the way to more diversity in the genre. After all, the luchadores wore spandex and masks long before Superman appeared. I guess that's true. I'm just kind of getting a bit bored of superhero movies at this point, especially because the writing over the past 4 or 5 years has been so appalling. And, it's kind of a bit too little too late, but we'll see. I do like Miles Morales. I like him. I love Spider-Man too, to be honest. Engineers are building solar-powered internet. A project developed by the NYU Tandon School of Engineering intends to offer a sustainable solution for data processing by relying on a series of solar-powered servers located all over the world that are activated wherever the sun is shining. Alright, that would be amazing. Imagine having fully on, always on, always free worldwide internet. That would be amazing. I think we would all be, all the people my age and younger would be overjoyed. Oh, wow, okay, we've been recording for a while, so I think we're gonna call it a day. I hope you guys had a lovely time. And my little commentary didn't detract much from the from the enjoyment of the happy news. Please do let me know what you think about my self speaking. It's actually harder than it looks. And yeah, I hope to see you in my next video.